Hello beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. So for today's video I wanted to sit down and play with none other than my Bperfect Carnival 3 palette. In case you haven't seen it, it looks like this. So many gorgeous bright tones in this palette. I love it. It's hands down my favorite palette of the moment. So today I wanted to play with some of the pinks in this palette. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. So without rambling too much, let's just get into it. Okay, so because I'm going to be using some pinks today, I thought I would go in with my P. Louise base in Winter Rose, which is just a pink base. I think this will make the pinks really like stand out and look gorgeous. So I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand. Actually, I might zoom you in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, just about that much, which even that might be a bit too much. And then I'm just going to tap it out with a flat brush, just a flat brush like this. This is not dirty, I promise, it's just stained. I'm just going to pick some of this up on my brush and I'm just going to tap it on my eyelid. With these P. Louise bases, you really want to be tapping, not swiping. I find that they work better when you tap, although that is the instruction she gives anyway. And I'm just going to sort of diffuse it a bit on the edges. Okay, now that we've got the base down, so now that the base is down, I'm just going to pick up a small little blender brush like this, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Magenta, which is this bright pink, purpley pink. I'm just going to pick that up and I'm just going to go in to the crease here. Bringing whatever's left on the brush into my inner corner. I'm doing more of a rounded out look today, so just rounding it off at the edge there and then just sort of blending. Okay, and now to blend that color out, I'm going to go in with a blender brush like this, and I'm going to go in to some of this shade right here called Pink Lily, and I just want to go over the top of that shade. Go back in with some of that magenta shade, just re-intensify. And so with whatever's left on this brush, the fluffy brush, we're just going to blend lightly. Now that that's done, I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of this shade here called Bloom, which is just this darker pink shade, just to deepen up that crease a little bit. And I'm just going to go in again with that blending brush and no additional product and just blend. As you can tell, I'm not good at this. This is my first time doing anything like this. Please bear with me. Okay, now that that's all done, I want to do a cut crease. Pray for me, please. Just going to go in with this brush here, just a flat brush, and I'm going to pick up my Painterly Paint Pot by MAC, and I'm just going to load my brush up with the paint pot. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. I need a lot of practice with cut creases, let's be real. Okay, now I'm going to go dip into that magenta shade and that bloom shade again, and I just want to blend that harsh edge. Just like that to soften that edge out a bit. And now I'm going to go in with the first brush that had the pink base on it because it's going to be a bit wet and sticky. I think I'm going to go in with this shade here called Pearl. I'm just going to tap it over that base. And again, just going in with that brush, no extra product, and just blending. Go and do the other eye off camera and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have done the other eye as best as I can. I think I'm happy with how it's looking at the moment. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit of liquid liner. This is just a black liquid liner. It's my Too Faced Better Than Sex liner, and I'm just going to, I don't think I'm going to wing it out. I'm just going to do a line across my eye. Just like a little bit of a flick at the end so it's not just like straight across. I think they're as even as I'm going to get them. Now that the eyeliner is done, time to move on to my base. Okay, now it's time for the base. Zoom you out a little bit so you can see my full face. Excuse this up here, I scratched myself in my sleep. Don't ask me how. Okay, for my primer today, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Pro Filter Primer. And for foundation, I'm going to mix two foundations, or one foundation and one concealer. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation, which is a bit too light for me. It's in F6.5. And this is my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpt Concealer in the shade Vanilla, which is a shade a little bit too dark for me, so I just mixed the two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lighter shade in sort of the middle of my face. And then I'm going to put some of this shade just around the perimeter of my face. Just going to use my Real Technique sponge. Okay, that's foundation done, and now for concealer I'm going to go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Okay, now the concealer is all blended out, we're going to go in with my powder. This is just the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder in Butter. Now that my face has been powdered, I'm going to do the rest of my base. So bronzer, my Fenty Beauty bronzer. Okay, next I'm going to go in with my blush, and for blush I'm just going to use the Jouer Blush Duo, and I just mix both the shades together. Next up, highlighter. And for this look I think I'm going to go in with my Reezy and Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. Now that that's done, let's move on to the lower lash line. So I'm going to go in with this neon pink eyeliner in the waterline. Brought that shade down a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with the brush and I'm going to go in with Pink Lily. And magenta. Really smoke it out. I'm just going to go in with another blending brush and just really blend that out. Okay, time for brows. For brows, I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. Brows are done and looking kind of messy, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to go and put my mascara on and put my lashes on, and I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are on and now it's time for the lips. So for lips, I'm just going to do like a nude shade. This is the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in Curvy. I like to overline my lips just the teeniest bit because I do have tiny lips, as you can see. I'm going to go in with this Tarte lipstick in Beach Babe. It's just a light nude sort of color. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fussy, just sort of in the center to make it really glossy. Okay, so that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. Promise there'll be lots more of this kind of makeup and plenty more. So yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.